Hi everybody, Michael Shermer here. I'm the publisher of Skeptic magazine and a columnist for Scientific American, and my new book is called Skeptic. And it's subtitled Viewing the World with a Rational Eye, which is the reading line of my column. And the book is a collection of my best essays from my Scientific American column. Oh, sure, yes. Have I ever believed anything supernatural, paranormal, or conspiratorial or whatever? Yes, absolutely. Like anybody else, I have my own belief systems, and they're not necessarily right. And when I was younger, I was certainly open to the idea of there being paranormal, supernatural. Like anybody else, I've had experiences that seemed kind of spooky. And when I was in college, there was a paranormal lab at UCLA run by Thelma Moss. She was a parapsychologist, they were called. And so she studied the paranormal and Curlian photography and spooky action in a distance through telekinesis and ESP psi, so-called psi effects. And I thought, wow, I mean, she's got a PhD, she's at UCLA, it must be a real thing. And so I was open to the idea. But then when I really looked into it and started to see what scientists said about it, that is, under controlled conditions do these effects happen. And I saw that the more rigorous the scientific experiment was, the weaker the paranormal effects became. So I thought, yeah, maybe I should be a little more skeptical about this. And well, what about those unusual experiences? We've all had them. Actually we now know a lot about the psychology of anomalous experiences that people have. We all have had them. Sleep paralysis, lucid dreams, hallucinations due to all kinds of stressors like oxygen deprivation, sleep deprivation, physical exhaustion, high altitudes, solo sailors that are out by themselves for weeks on end hallucinate. We have weird things happen. 1,000,000 to 1 odds happen 300 times a day in America. You have 300 million people running around. I mean, just unusual things will happen just by chance. And whoever they happen to, it seems like, wow, that was special just for me. But, when you pull back, okay, well, it's like winning the lottery. Somebody's going to win and they're going to feel it's special. But statistically speaking, somebody has to win. So, that's kind of the approach we've taken. I'm not 100% closed off to the possibility that there's some kind of a god or apparently supernatural force out there. But I'm very skeptical, until we have better scientific evidence. I think it's probably not the case. But still, as a scientist, we have to keep an open mind just in case. I could be wrong. You never know. And that's, I guess probably the most recent one I wrote about in Scientific American was an unusual experience my wife and I had on our wedding day. And she's from Germany, and she, moved in with me in Los Angeles, long ways from home, and getting married there at our home. Small group of people, nobody related to her because they're too far away, and so she was feeling kind of lonely. She had this radio from her grandfather that she had shipped out. It was dead. It's been dead for decades. And I tried to get it to work months before, and I couldn't get it to work. New batteries, and I tried to slam it on the table. That didn't work. And then all of a sudden, like in the middle of this wedding, when we were just having a quiet moment, and she was wishing she had her grandfather with her. She was raised by a single mom and a grandfather. And this was the radio that she used to listen to music on with her grandfather. Anyway, this thing just comes alive in the middle of our ceremony, in the back drawer, in the back bedroom, in a desk. It's like, what? We're trying to find, where's this music coming from? Here it is. It was really freaky. For my wife, Jennifer, it felt like, grandfather's here. My grandfather's here. It was a kind of emotional connection for her. It was really deeply moving. So I wrote about this, and I got more mail than I've ever gotten, any column I've ever written. Almost all of them, stories of things like that have happened to people. So this is why I do want to keep an open mind, just for the idea of unusual experiences can have profound emotional effects on us, and that's okay. You can still be a skeptic and still enjoy the mystery. And what does it mean? Does it mean people who die are in some other ethereal plane and they can talk through radios? No, I don't know. Probably not. But it means that we can stay connected to our loved ones through various means and find significance in unusual things that happen. And that's okay. To be a scientist or a skeptic doesn't mean you don't enjoy the mystery. You don't appreciate the awe and wonder of the universe. I think that we have to hold on to.